Hi, I'm Casey with Nectar Flow Yoga. Today we're focusing on half moon and revolved half moon pose in our power flow sequence. So getting a little bit creative, a few dynamic motions thrown in. We'll also work on some of the basics. So to get started, let's lie on our backs. So swinging your legs around, feet at the top of your mat. Take your feet mat's width. Press the back of your head into the mat. Turn your palms to face up. Start to notice into your breath, allowing it to be soft and full, long and deep. On your next inhale, bring your arms high and wide overhead so that the arm bones can rest fully on the ground. And then we'll take our right foot over to meet or even overlap our left. Bring your right hand over to meet your left hand. Find a side body stretch working into the right side. You can bind your left hand to your right wrist. Give a gentle pull for this stretch. And keep the hips grounded. The right shoulder stays grounded as well. Notice into your breath. We're compressing here on the left side of the body, lengthening on the right side. Inhale, open back up, right arm extends, right leg extends out. And then exhale, bring your left leg to bind on top of your right, or just alongside of it, and then bind your right hand to your left wrist and give a gentle pull, lengthening left side of your body. Inhale, come back through the middle here. Legs go long. Maybe give a big stretch, inhaling, and then exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. We'll gently supine twist here, scoot your hips to the middle of the mat, drop your right knee to the left side, and then open up gently to the right if it feels okay in the upper back. Roll back onto your back, hug your right knee into your chest. And then from here, we'll take this into a hamstring stretch. So you'll straighten your right leg, belly stays drawn up and in, and then a gentle pull of your right leg toward you, micro bend your right knee. One more inhale, and then on your exhale, plant your right foot. Plant your left foot to meet it. We'll inhale through a gentle bridge pose here, lifting the hips. Let the hips stay relatively heavy though, so that the lift comes from the thighs. Heels are rooting down, belly's up and in. Take a breath in, and then exhale one vertebrae at a time from top to bottom. Lower your back down. Extend your right leg long, hug your left knee in. Squeeze in, take a breath in. And then on your exhale, supine twist over to the right with your left leg. So you'll drop that left leg over to the right, maybe extend your left fingertips long. Inhale back through the center, scoot your hips back in line, and then take the left leg straight, binding your hands behind your left leg to get a nice hamstring stretch. Release your left foot and let your right foot come up to meet it. We'll find another bridge pose. Inhale, lift your hips here. Exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time. Belly is up and in. And then from here, hug your knees into your chest, cross at the ankles, and roll up to seated. From here, we'll take it into tabletop, coming onto all fours. A few rounds of cat-cow. I always like to start there. Great way to link breath to movement. Lifting your tailbone, lifting your chin on your inhale, and exhale, round your spine, tuck your tail, draw your chin into your chest. Back and forth with your breath. Spreading the space between your shoulder blades. And really, most of all, just noticing into sensation in the body as you integrate movement with breath. Last round. Come back to neutral. And then from here, you'll cross your right ankle on top of your left calf. Sit back, grab a hold of your right foot from the knife's edge or the pinky edge with your left hand. Come into a gentle quad stretch here. So you'll kick your foot into your hand into your foot. Lift your chest. Let your left shoulder draw back. Got some barking dogs in my house right now. Maybe start to look up. And only take this back bend, this quad stretch as deep as feels good. It's early in our practice and we're still warming up. One more inhale. And on your exhale, go ahead and release. Left hand down. Bring your left ankle on top of your right calf. Sit your hips back and bind your right hand to your outer left foot. Same thing, different side. Kick your foot into your hand. Lift your chest. Open up. And release. Inhale, lengthen your spine, cow pose, I should say arch your spine. Exhale, round into your cat pose, tuck your chin to your chest. And then here, take your left leg back, your right arm back. Stabilize through your low belly and feel right at the center of your low belly how you find that anchoring point. You're lifting through your right arm, extending through your left toes. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, compress and reach. Left knee to left elbow, right fingertips forward. Two more like that. Inhale, it's a cow pose in the spine. Lift. Exhale, compress, extend. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, compress and extend. And then release the right hand down. Kickstand your right foot off of your mat. Open up here. Left fingertips toward the sky. Left leg long. And we're in a modified side plank. Again, my right knee, right shin on an angle to the mat to help support me. One more inhale here. On your exhale, roll back to your tabletop. And then from here, extend your right leg, left hand back, right leg long. And then compress, round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, extend right leg, left hand, look forward. Exhale, compress and round. Feel the stability in the low belly. If this feels like you're a little wobbly, can you hug in more to the center line? Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Release, and then you'll kickstand that left foot, left shin off the mat. Open up. One more inhale, root down through your left hand, extend through your right fingertips. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, hips go high. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Two more breaths like that. Inhale. Exhale, setting up your down dog, finding length from hips to fingertips, from hips to heels. Inhale, look forward, come up on your toes and walk your feet up to your hands. Halfway lift, forward fold, head and neck release. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, reach tall, belly is up and in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now, an invitation to layer in any intention you'd like to add into your practice today. Something to focus on if the mind begins to wander. And if nothing arises right here and now, simply commit to coming back to your breath throughout your practice. Awareness of breath as you move. Next, inhale, we'll release our hands from our heart. Reach up, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, plant your right hand underneath your face. Bend your right knee and twist open to the left. Left fingertips extend, belly up and in. Exhale, release, plant your left hand, bend your left knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart, chin to your chest. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, side bend to the right, mirroring the shapes that we made in supine or reclined at the beginning of our practice. Keep reaching length through left fingertips all the way from the knife's edge of the left foot. Now inhale up through the center. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Feel all that length on the right side of your body. Inhale up through the center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, bellies up and in. Exhale, step your left foot back. Drop your left knee down. And inhale, rise up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Belly is up and in. Exhale, shift back. Half Hanumanasana, fold. Head and neck releasing. Several breaths here, just warming up the lower body. Inhale, walk forward. Plant your left hand to your right knee, and twist. Maybe extending your right fingertips long. One more inhale here in this twist. Exhale, release your right hand down. Tuck your back left toes, high plank, hold. Press the ground away, root down through the knuckle of your forefinger. Heels extending to create length in the back of the legs. Extending out through the crown of your head. Take one more breath here in your high plank hold. Always an option to drop the knees. On your next exhale, we'll find downward facing dog. As I say vinyasa or transition today, you always have the option to go straight to down dog. Maybe hold high plank and then push back. And I'll show several options as we build our flow. Inhale, take your left leg high. Exhale, draw your left knee to your left elbow like we did in our tabletop. Inhale, take it long. Exhale, left foot steps through. Drop your right knee down. Inhale up. Anjaneyasana. Root down deeply through that right shin, belly up and in, arms high and wide, and extend through your pinkies as you drop your shoulders down your back. Exhale, shift back, half Hanumanasana. Flex your left toes, let your head and neck go. Inhale, walk forward, plant your right hand, left hand on left knee, and twist open. Extend your fingertips long, root down through your right hand, twist. One more inhale. On your exhale, plant your left hand up on your back right toes, step your right foot up to meet your left. Forward fold, head and neck releasing. Release your right hand, bend your right knee, inhale, twist open. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, bend your left knee, twist open as you take your right fingertips skyward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down, rise up to stand. Exhale, open twist to the right. Left fingertips forward, right fingertips back. Extend long. Inhale through the center, belly up and in. Twist left. Inhale, up through the center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, hands plant, step your right foot back. Drop your right knee down. Inhale up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half Hanumanasana again. Fold. Inhale, come up, rise up. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, extend your right fingertips long. Look back over your left shoulder. Exhale, right elbow outside of your left knee. A little bit of a deeper twist here. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, plant your hands up on the right toes. Step your left foot back to meet your right. High plank, hold. Maybe holding that and pressing back to down dog. Optional to drop the knees and lower all the way down to the belly. From here, we peel up for cobra pose. Look forward, just a baby cobra. I'm not pushing into my hands to lift my chest very high. Exhale, lower down. Press back up, leading with your hips. Press back down, dog. Inhale, take your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, lift. Inhale, same motion helps you step your right foot through to your right thumb. Drop your left knee down and inhale, come up for Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half Hanumanasana, fold. Your head and neck releasing here. Inhale, come forward, rise all the way up. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, exalt, reach. And then exhale, prayer twist. This time to the right. It's the left elbow outside of your right knee, and you find that traction to bring your hands together at your heart center. Gaze past your right elbow. Draw your belly away from your right thigh with the strength of the low belly muscles. Inhale, up through the middle. Exhale, hands plant, left toes tuck. Step your left foot up to meet your right, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, head and neck release, wrap your elbows in. Inhale, rise all the way up. Feet are hips width to start for our first chair pose. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, lift your chest, arms can stay high and wide. Go to a cactus, or you can bring your hands to your heart if that feels like you can release your shoulders a little better. So I'm here in this steep squat with my feet hips width for the first one. Belly is up and in. Inhale, reach tall, extend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your right hand underneath your face, and you will open twist here with the right knee bent. Left fingertips to the sky. Good. Now from here, you're going to switch sides. I'm going somewhere with this, guys, I promise. Bend the left knee. Open twist. Extend length through the tailbone, the crown of the head. We'll release. Fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. And we'll take it back to the high plank. Option here to do a full vinyasa, chaturanga to up dog, or a previous variation, meeting me in downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee to the nose. Round your spine, lift, compress. Inhale. Exhale, right foot steps through. Inhale, rise up, crescent warrior. Mirroring in many ways what we've done so far. Extend length through your fingertips, inhaling. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, exalt here. Reach long through the left fingertips. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Always an option to drop your back left knee, bringing a little more ease to your practice. Inhale, up through the center. Exhale, plant your hands. Find standing splits. Your right foot is rooted, and you'll fold here. Your belly is up and in. Wrap your elbows in. Breathe. Square your left hip down. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands and take it back to high plank. Optional vinyasa, maybe dropping the knee. Coming up through a little bit bigger cobra. Tucking the toes and taking it back to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Round your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step through. Drop your right knee down. Do not drop your right knee. Come up to crescent. Drop your knee if you need to modify. And then open twist to the left. Inhale, exalt, reach. Exhale, prayer twist. I like to make a fist with the bottom hand, cap it with the top hand, and then look back over my left elbow. I've got length through the crown of my head. I'm not drawing my chin in. That makes me lose my balance, nor am I throwing my head back. Inhale up through crescent. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale to standing splits. Lift your right leg. Release, forward fold. Let it go. Heel toe your feet together this time. Knees slightly apart, heels slightly apart, but big toes touching. And then we'll take a chair pose again. Now, option to stay where you were, maybe cactus your arms, or you can take a twist here, swing your right arm back, left arm forward. This open twist shape. Inhale, up through center. Bring your left leg with you. So you're rooting down into that left leg, drawing your belly up and in. Option to extend the left leg long, or maybe even bind left fingers to the left big toe. From here, whether the knee is bent and your hand is on your knee, or you have the toe, we're going to twist. So you'll take your right hand to your left knee and open your left arm back. With the bind, I like to bind my hand to my outer left foot. Belly again up and in here. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, you'll release and come back up through the center. Find your chair pose. Open twist to the left. Belly up and in. We'll inhale, rise up, take our right knee with us, and then maybe bind peace fingers to big toe, kicking and lifting. Or maybe keeping the knee before we add that twist. Left hand comes to the left knee. Right hand extends back. Maybe you have the bind of your foot to your hand. If you have the bind, avoid compromising the length in your spine to get it. So come back to binding hand to knee if the spine is rounding. One more inhale. Exhale, release the foot. Inhale up through the center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. This time you can step back or play with jumping back and take it through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Building here in layers. Let's take the right leg high again. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, right leg long. Exhale, right foot between your hands. Lead with your left hand, warrior two. Belly is up and in. Sit low. Inhale, reverse. Find all this length on the right side of your body. Exhale, side angle. I like to take my right elbow inside of my right knee. Extend length through your fingertips. Tailbone gently drapes back toward your left heel. One more inhale. On your exhale, spin your left hand down. Plant your hands and vinyasa through to down dog, or simply press straight back. Inhale, take your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, belly up and in. Really lift as you press the ground away. Inhale, left leg long. Exhale, left foot steps through. Inhale up through warrior two. Settle in. Extend length through your fingertips. Notice if you're really reaching forward or extending too far back. Try to keep your crown of your head stacked right over your tailbone. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. If you haven't already, you may notice that your breath sounds a little deeper. Maybe you're bringing in ujjayi breath. Inhale. And we're just going to spin down. Right hand plants, left hand plants. Step back, flow through. Any optional additions to your vinyasa here, maybe three-legged or extra push-ups, always welcome. And I do have a video teaching you how to amplify your vinyasa on my channel if you want to check those out. Inhale, look forward, come up on your tippy toes. This time, option to jump to the top of your mat. If you're jumping, look a little past your fingertips, hug your belly in, bend your knees, and then take your feet to your hands, landing lightly. Forward fold. Head and neck release fully. Inhale, come up, rise up, chair pose. Big toes are touching, heels maybe slightly apart. Hands to your heart. We'll take our chair prayer twist to the right. So twist deeply here. Notice that the knees stay in the same line. We're not kicking our left knee way out ahead of our right. Again, your belly is up and in. Gaze down at your right big toe. Keep the crown of your head working forward, and then we'll unweight the left foot and step it back. For this, I'm going to fix my mic here. Chair twist, stepping back to a prayer twist. From here, windmill open, warrior two. Reach length through your fingertips. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Gaze at your right big toe. Step forward here, half moon pose. So standing single leg balance, but we do have the rooting down of our right hand to help us. And maybe a block under your right hand will help as well. Kick your left leg up, extend through your left heel. One more inhale. Then on your exhale, slow lower your left foot. Inhale your right leg straight, reverse. Find triangle pose. From your triangle, we'll sweep our left arm down and around and find wide leg forward fold. Head and neck release here. You can walk your hands in line with the feet, finding the A variation of this pose, boxing the elbows, letting the head drape, taking a deep stretch in the backs of your legs. Deep breaths into the back body, shoulders drawing away from your ears. Inhale, come up halfway, draw your belly to your spine, hands to your hips, rise all the way up. Turn your right toes back to the top of your mat. Listen carefully, I want you to step your left foot up and out. So my left toes are going to go all the way to the edge of my mat, and I'm in a much shorter stance. Draw your right hip back, left hip forward. Your hips are squaring to the front of your space. Belly draws up and in, lift your chest. Squeeze your elbows together behind your back. Hinge at your hips to fold over your right leg. Micro bend in your right knee if you need it. Then, once you're at the fullest depth of your fold, release your hands, head and neck. Let go. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands and find standing splits. Inhale to lift your left leg higher. Wrap your elbows in. Release your left leg. Fold. Peace fingers around your big toes. Elbows work out to the sides, finding this Padangusthasana, very deep forward fold. I'm finding length from my heels to my hip points, bringing the crown of my head toward the earth, using the strength in my arms and my shoulders to deepen this posture. So this is not a resting pose. I want you to be working here. Release, halfway lift, plant your hands to heel toe your feet back together, and then inhale, chair, prayer, twist. To the left. It's my right elbow outside of my left knee this time. I'm working to keep my hands toward my heart center. Really deep twist here. The deeper I sit, the more I can twist. Look down at your left big toe. Step your right leg back. We're in our prayer crescent twist now. Inhale, warrior two, left side. Settle in on your exhale. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, look ahead of your left big toe. Maybe kick the right foot up, kickstand your hand, and find your half moon pose. Inhale, slow, lower your right foot to the back of the mat. Reverse. Exhale. Triangle pose. 5 breaths. Sweep your right arm down and around to find your wide leg forward fold here. Toes turn in, heels out. This time you have the option to grab your peace fingers around big toes like we did in our forward fold. Elbows are working out on an angle. I'm using the strength of my arms to really deepen this stretch. Of course, finding that balance of intensity, strength, but not going too far. And only you know what the experience is like in your body. So don't overdo it, but also find the effort. Inhale, halfway up, hands to your hips, belly up and in, bend your knees and rise all the way up to stand. Left toes face the front of the mat, right foot kicks up and out. So shorter, wider stance. Really important here to give space for the hips to point forward. My belly is up and in. Inhaling, finding length, squeezing and wrapping my elbows back. Drag my left hip back as I fold. Head and neck release, and then the hands can come down to the mat. Inhale, look forward, plant your hands. Lift your back right leg and fold for your standing splits. Lift through the inner right thigh. Square your right hip down. Wrap your elbows in. Halfway lift and release your right leg. Pada Hastasana. Hands underneath your feet. Toes all the way to your wrist creases. Lengthen your spine. Lift your sits bones. Fold. Inhale, halfway up. Here we have some options. So we've done a lot of twisting. You have the option to do side crow, which I'll demonstrate. If you're working on crow pose, I want you to work on that now while I teach side crow. Again, crow pose, hands plant, turn slightly out. You'll bend the elbows into chaturanga arms and work to lift the feet. Otherwise, we're coming to our side crow. So turn your toes on an angle to the left, sit down into your chair pose and find your chair prayer twist. From here, go ahead and sit your hips all the way to your heels. Get this shirt out of the way here. And then wrap that twist down to plant your hands in the same way on an angle, so forefinger pointing right to the front of the room. Now we have a couple options with side crow. We can take the right hip all the way to the right elbow, or you can leave it hovering. Deeper twist with the right hip to the right elbow, more arm strength if the right hip hovers. So we start by simply shifting the weight forward, maybe lifting the feet, maybe extending them out, or shifting the weight forward and scissoring the legs. So here we are. We extend the bottom leg out to the left, the top leg straight back. Come back through the center. Turn the feet. Forward fold to release. And then inhale, come up. Turn or kick your feet on an angle to the right. Sit your hips low, bend your knees deeply. Hips go toward your heels. And then again, you'll be able to see from this angle better when I have my hip hovering versus resting on my left elbow. So the first variation here, I lean forward. I kick my feet up to the left or to the right. Second variation, I'm going to show it with my hip on my elbow. Little less arm strength required. I'm going to extend my left leg out to the right and my right leg back. And release. We'll find a forward fold wherever you are. Inhale, rise all the way up. Come into our peak transition here. Take your left foot or your left knee into your right hand. So coming straight to that dancing Shiva shape. Gaze back over your left thumb, kind of putting it all together. So if you have the knee, I'll demonstrate from there. We are simply going to windmill down, planting the left hand, taking the left leg back. Inhale. This is a revolved half moon. Exhale, compress. Squeeze your left knee behind your right. Inhale, open. Exhale, compress. Belly up and in. Forehead to knee. Inhale, open, twist. Once more, exhale, compress. Inhale, open, revolved half moon. Exhale, step your left foot back and find your prayer twist. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, half moon pose. Option to bind. This is where that quadricep opener comes into play from the beginning. We kick our foot into our hand, open up, lift, release, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa with some options. Windmill the hands down, meet us in down dog. Go through your traditional vinyasa or play from handstand hops with your vinyasa. And I'm not feeling my handstand today, so I didn't float, but go ahead and have some kicks if you want to get that handstand work in. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Another chance for handstand hops. Look forward at the top of your mat, bend your knees deeply. Step or float to the top of your space. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, left hand to your outer right foot or your knee. Inhale, open, twist. This dancing Shiva shape. From here, we will windmill down to revolved half moon. Right hand plants, right leg extends, open up. Compress, right knee behind left, round your spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, compress. Inhale, open. Exhale, compress. Inhale, open up, revolved half moon. Exhale, drop your back, right foot, and find crescent twist. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, half moon. Inhale, expand out. Exhale, bind your foot to your hand. Kick and lift, open up. Slowly release your right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill down. Make your way to down dog. And maybe you play with that standing split lift of the back right leg. And you float yourself through a few handstand hops. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Big exhale. Inhale. Look forward. Come up on your toes. Bend your knees. Step or float to the top of your space. Forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Eyes closed. From here, we'll layer in one more challenging or peak posture from our revolved half moons. This is a really fun transition that you can play with really anytime you have revolved half moon. And we've built the twisting, the strength up to warm up for this posture, or this transition, I should say. So inhale, reach, extend your fingertips long. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your right knee deeply, plant your right hand, and open up, twist. Release the left hand, and then take the right leg back, belly up and in, open back up. Revolved half moon. From here, you'll bend deeply into the left knee and bring your right knee behind your left, like we did in our compression work. Round your belly toward your spine and take your left hand to your outer right foot. We'll come into a pose called baby grasshopper. So I'm going to drop my right hip down. I've got my right leg extending out behind, and I'm compressing here, lifting and gazing at my right foot. It's a little bit of a pretzel shape. From here, you can play with unweighting your right hand. It makes it a lot more challenging. Just taking the fingertips maybe to start, maybe extending the right fingertips out to the right. From here, we'll unwrap, unravel, come back, maybe to bound, revolved, half moon. Release to standing splits. Again, optional handstand kicks, hops here. If you're handstand hopping, your hands plant like we did in crow and side crow. You lift length and strength, belly up and in, and then just play again, shifting the weight into your hands. Less about what happens in the legs, more about what happens in the hands and the arms. And you'll forward fold, release. Inhale, come up. Reach, find length, and then exhale. Plant your left hand, bend your left knee. Inhale, open twist. Find this length as you twist to start, and look back down. Go ahead and plant your right hand for stability if you'd like. We'll take our left leg back. Open back up. Revolved half moon. Bend your left knee behind your right. Sit your hips low. Bind your right hand to your outer left foot. Kick your foot into your hand. Gaze at your left toes. And then maybe play with walking the left hand out and extending. We'll come out of the pose. Kick and lift. Open for bound, revolved, half moon. From here, option to handstand. Left leg is high, we're in standing splits. First, straightening the arms, locking into the shoulders, coming up on the right toes if you'd like. Belly up and in, super straight and strong. Play with kicking up. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. That one got me out of breath. Not every day is a handstand day, you guys. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your vinyasa. Stepping, floating, jumping back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose, right side. Right knee drops. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Head and neck release, shoulders release, hips release. Inhale, come up. Sit onto your right hip. Bring your left leg out to the side. Come into this Janusirsasana shape. It's like a tree pose shape. We'll inhale, reach long with the fingertips. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come up and over. Reach right fingertips toward left toes, but keep your chest open. Release your right hand behind your right hip. Sweep up for stargazer pose. Hips rest back down. Fold over your left leg. Maybe bind your right hand to your outer left foot and bring a little gentle twist to the upper body. And if you're still with me, my dogs are barking again. Inhale, come up. We'll bring our left knee on top of our right. And find Gomukhasana, also known as cow face pose. And now I have a kid playing piano. Again. We'll bring our hands around, plant our feet, spiral this Gomukhasana, one of my favorite moves, and just simply switch the leg position. Nice stretch for the hips. Gets a different part of our hips than our pigeon pose. And from here, we'll take pigeon. Swing your right leg back, so you're in left side pigeon now. Lower down, release. And bring yourself up. Swing your right leg around. Come into this tree pose shape again. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, up and over with your left fingertips, reaching toward your right toes. Big side bend. Release your left hand behind your left hip. Sweep your right arm up and over. Press into your left shin. Maybe point your right toes. And then we'll sit low, twist over our straightened right leg here. Fold. Maybe bind your left hand to your outer right foot. Inhale, come up. We'll bring our soles of our feet together now. Coming into Baddha Konasana. Spine is long. Root your sits bones down, knees wide. Fold. Here you can round your back. Inhale, come up. Bring your knees together, your legs long. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Inhale, find length. Exhale, hinge at the hips to forward fold. Really winding down now, finding ease, and acknowledging that the work is done. Inhale, come up. Option to get a little core work in here. We'll reach forward, round our back down. Simply walk yourself back. Take your right knee into your chest. Again, mirroring like we did at the beginning. This time we'll go straight to that hamstring stretch, and maybe the flexibility is there to take the left hand to the outer right foot, or simply binding the hand to the knee. We'll bring this in to a twist. You may need to scoot your hips over to the center, but we've got the leg extended for our twist this time. Using your breath to help you release here. If you're holding the breath, death gripping the muscles, they cannot let go. The tissue stays in response to your state of being. So if you remain mentally tense, the body will follow suit. If you'd like, you can go ahead and bend the right knee here, maybe deepen that twist with eagle legs, wrapping the right leg on top of the left, resting in a supine twist. And then roll back onto your back, unwrap your legs. Take your right leg long, hug your left knee in. From here, we'll extend our left leg, bind right hand to outer left foot or to the knee. Kick the hips out to the side as you bring your left leg over to the right side. Allowing the softness to return, softening your breath. Option to add in that eagle wrap of the legs. And we'll roll back onto our back. Bridge pose again, a little bigger this time. So we'll press into the feet, lift the hips, wiggle the arms underneath, press the backs of our arms into the mat, and lift our chest. Unwrap the shoulders. Slowly lower down. Option here for another bridge pose, a supported bridge, or if wheel is already in your practice, you can plant your hands. We haven't done a ton of back bending today, so keep that in mind if you're choosing to come into wheel. You can plant your hands nice and wide, and they can go a little up closer toward your neck or ears. And then press into the feet like you're coming into bridge pose. Bring the crown of your head softly down, wrap your elbows in, straighten your arms, and find your back bend. Tuck your chin to your chest as you bend back into your elbows and lower down. Knees touch, feet wide, and you can windshield wiper your knees side to side. Supta Konasana, butterfly the legs, this time recline. Supta just means lying back. You'll take your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Soften your shoulder. Optional happy baby here. If you'd like to take it, you'll bring your feet into your hands like so. Knees are bent and wide. And rest your head back. This pose doesn't feel good in my hips, so I actually like to take the legs wide like this. And then from here, we'll release the legs, hug our knees into our chest, squeeze everything in. Take a big breath in. Release for your Shavasana. Palms face up, eyes closed, head and neck release. Let go of your practice, soften your breath. Come back, give a nod to your intention if you set one, and then let it too go. I'll leave you here in your Shavasana. I encourage you to stay for at least 3 minutes, maybe up to 10 or even into nap time. So thank you so much for joining me today for Half Moon and Revolved Half Moon Flow. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Namaste.